faster and tougher. I don't really believe that. We're gonna break it anyway. 2009, boy. Tires that will probably blow up. A shitty remote that we'll have to replace. Pretty sick. Yeah, pretty sweet. Okay. Oh, that's pretty clean. That'll last all like 5 minutes. I don't know, let's put some tires on. Question is, why did I get this when I have that or that or that? Well, because that is getting fixed. That is getting fixed. That is getting fixed. These are also getting fixed. You can fix them, no problem. That's easy, but you gotta wait for parts. So parts take like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to come in. So it's basically another runner that I can use specifically with the goal that a lot of these parts are the same as the fire team. So what I went out and did was got some extras. I mean, all the shit I know for sure I'm gonna break or need to upgrade. This will be way better than that chassis. That'll just bend at some point. So we'll put that on. These are way better diff housing, so chances that these will break, hard to say, but I'll probably take them out when I do a rebuild anyway, and I'll put those in. Steering linkages always will break. I'm actually waiting. I had to use that one for this guy, so I'm waiting for another package, but the rear linkages, always when you hit one angle, these tend to break and bend. And so the rear hinge pin braces, I guess is what you call them. 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Those need to get replaced often. Upgrade the diff cases, the steering linkage, the knuckles. Yeah, that's right. On both front and back. Extra hinge pins because you'll break them. Drive shafts because we'll break those. Bearings that'll pop out. Then we got the Max 6. We'll have to put that in at some point. New servo, what is it? I think it's 55 kg, which is like the way to go. And eventually when I get there, I'll probably slap this guy in it too. Just ridiculous torque. We also need to test it out with these wheels because these are the wheels always. I like the look of these, but I like the performance of these. These ones are belted and they drift really well, but still have enough grip. And they're a little wider than the original Outcasts and wider than the Fire Team. They're a little, let's do a little comparison here. Something like that, another ½ inch or so. So a bit of extra traction, but also technically less traction. They're more like smooth, but I prefer these. This is the Method Racing tires. Should test it with these on. I should, but I probably won't. Just because I know they're gonna break. We're gonna change it out. We also need to do something like this. Kudra, I made these up. So basically, as you can see, when I didn't have it, it gets all the body tearage, which is gonna happen here specifically. So I'll probably put some on there. The thickness in the, I think it's what, 3 mil versus 4 mil, or the shock pinion, the shock pin. Also come with the metal caps already, so that's kind of a nice detail. It also, okay, compared to the non-EXB version, you got these extra mounts here. So it's usually just the 2 bolt holes, but now you got the 4 bolt holes, which makes it stronger because obviously this is gonna take some abuse, no doubt about it. You got the rear diff cases that are all aluminum. That's nice off the bat. So what comes in there is these guys, which is out of the Fire Team, but it's the same that fits in here. And essentially they're a plastic diff case. And one, they leak a lot. And two, you know, like this one, you can see the bearings just popped out. So the bearing's no good. So these are usually just not great. Sometimes the pin inside them breaks. These gears are usually fine. It's actually the pin that holds this piece on right in there that tends to break. And then extra pins. These pins are actually thicker. These gears they very rarely strip, I find, even with all the extra weight. But it's these pins and the seals that seem to go regularly. So got the center diff, so it'll look like this. And it's nice when you're out and about because typically these strip or something breaks in them. Like this one's currently, we're waiting on that. Absolute carnage, but you can just take it and then, you know, plop it in for the most part. And after half an hour, 45 minutes, you can have a new one in, you're back up and running. Whereas if you have to rebuild it, then it's like a full process to sort of rebuild it. It's not terrible, but I just like to put it in. Makes it faster. Lots of upgrades coming to this for sure. So what do we got here? So it's a 6S, so it comes with the 2 plugs, so you can do 2 3S to make 6S, but I really only have, for the most part, 6S that I run. Can rarely get through 2 batteries before breaking it, so I think that's enough. If I get 2 for this, 2 for that, should be good. Miles better than the original Mote. You get the display, which is kind of, whatever. But just the feeling, the grip, the handle, the settings, the signal, especially the signal, it's actually responsive. I find the original ones, they're just slightly off and they're not good. I don't like them. I like these mud guards. These are nice. It's gonna keep a lot of crap out. We're gonna throw a new servo in there. Basically the horn, the arm, the everything. We're gonna redo that. I bet these are probably pretty good out of the box. Can upgrade them, probably will. I've got the upgrades for it, but I bet these are pretty good. So we'll see. These are usually pretty good. I haven't bent any so far. I mean, that's fine. And these pins, these always break. I actually don't mind the stock arms. I've got RPM for this guy, but I realized after using them, they tend to just break because they're softer plastic rather than bend. But they're better for like the Baja, which is a little lighter. And so when it falls, it actually has the strength to bend rather than break. But these ones, that just right around here where you put the hinge pin in, always seems to break. They're just too soft plastic. So my mistake to get these. I have extras, but I think we're gonna stick with the stock ones. We'll see. Maybe some metal lowers up at the front because those always get the most abuse, but everything else might or will stay stock because, yeah. I really like these battery trays. These actually work nice. Big fan of those. Don't just bash, blast. Well, they sure blast, that's for sure. They break if you like to send it. If I went and drove this right now, I would absolutely break it. It would just be without a doubt, and then I'd be sad. So the idea is if I take off some of these parts, the stronger parts, put on the upgraded parts that I know will work, and then hopefully not break it, but if I do break it, or when I break it, then I can swap them out for the stronger parts and keep running between the Kraton and the Fire Team and just swap them back and forth to make sure that I have at least one 6S vehicle working. That is the goal. Too many vehicles. I have so many that they're all broken, except for this one.